guys, welcome back. I'm Anne. You might know me as a writer who likes food, and I have a really good video for you today. So summer is coming up fast, well, it better be. And in anticipation of these hot summer days, I have 4 drinks for you that are all from different countries, all so different in terms of taste, and all extremely refreshing and cooling. Get ready? Maybe you can get a snack? This is gonna be a fun one. Let's get into it. This is a refreshing, creamy lemonade from Brazil, perfect for those hot summer days that should be here pretty soon. It is called Limonada Suíça, which translates roughly to Swiss lemonade, even though it is not actually from Switzerland. It contains only 3 ingredients: lime, condensed milk, and iced water. And the name actually comes from the Swiss company Nestle, which in the 1940s started promoting their condensed milk. It featured a Swiss milkmaid on the can too, which helped the condensed milk become known as Swiss milk. And since that is one of the main ingredients in this drink, the name sort of stuck. Even though most recipes will tell you to just cut the limes into quarters and throw them straight into the blender, I find that more often than not, this leads to the drink becoming way too bitter because of the lime pits. That's the white stuff on the inside of the peels, by the way. So instead, I like to actually peel the limes like an orange and then take the extra step of blanching them 2 or 3 times, draining the water in between each time just to get rid of a bit of that bitterness. Now that the lime peels are ready, they will be added to the blender along with that lime flesh that we had from earlier and that iced water. This will get blended up in short pulses just until it is all combined. Then importantly, strain this out into a bowl or measuring cup because we want to get rid of any of the extra chunky bits of rind. And this is important because otherwise it can get a bit bitter even with blanching. Pour that back into the blender, and now we will add in the condensed milk and blend again until it is nice and frothy. Now we can pour it into a glass and serve, and optionally top with extra lime peel. This is Limonada Suíça, or Brazilian lemonade. You cannot tell me that this doesn't look good. It's lemonade, but it's creamy. I mean, oh wow. It's still really sour. So I put a lot of condensed milk in this, at least 1/3 of a cup, and it's still so sour. I think maybe next time I would use 1 lime instead of 2. Wow, but it is really good. I have to say, I don't love lemonade. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but this one looked so interesting, which is why I wanted to try it. There is a nice foam on top, which I like. I mean, hey, points for being pretty, but maybe I should have added more condensed milk. Now we are going all the way to India for a nutty, aromatic, and lightly sweet cold drink called Thandai. It has quite a few ingredients: almonds, cashews, pistachios, poppy seeds, fennel seeds, cardamom, cinnamon, peppercorns, sugar, saffron, rose petals, and milk. But really, it is just a mixture of nuts and milk, and it is so worth it. Thandai originated in northern India over 3,000 years ago, and it is often traced back to the royal kitchens in the state of Rajasthan. It is known for its cooling properties since it is generally served cold, and energy boosting effects, and it is also a drink that is really heavily associated with the Indian holiday Holi, which is a festival that marks the arrival of spring and usually falls around early March. To make it, you first have to soak the nuts in water. If you are in a rush, you can use boiling water and soak them for at least 1 hour, but if you do have a little bit more time, you should soak them for up to 4 hours for the best results. After that, the rest is pretty simple. Just add all the ingredients to a blender along with a bit of milk to make it easier to blend. Saffron is also used in this drink, and it gives it a nice color and aroma. Once you have the blend, you can either refrigerate it for a few days to make the drink later, or you can strain it through a cheesecloth to make it a bit more smooth, or you can go ahead and dissolve it straight into some boiling milk. Once combined, just refrigerate the milk mixture for a few more hours, just until the temperature has cooled and the flavors have developed. Thandai is often served in either a tall glass or a traditional stainless steel glass, and it is usually topped with more rose petals and slivered almonds. This is Indian Thandai. Okay, I am so excited for this one, mainly because it smells so good. It's roses. There are rose petals in this. It's floral, it's so fragrant. I am so ready to try this. Wait. This is so good. It's so creamy. It's nothing like I've ever tasted before, really. It's honestly, the fennel comes through a lot, and I really, really like that flavor. So this is really good for me. And the rose petals, even though I added them on top, they actually add a lot to the flavor because you can smell them, and a lot of your taste comes from your smell. I I can't stop drinking this. This is really, really good. I'm gonna go finish this and on to the next one. If you like cold coffee but want to try something new, then this next drink is the drink for you. This is Mazagran, also known as Portuguese iced coffee. It contains only 4 ingredients: black coffee, a lemon, sugar, and a pinch of salt, and it is essentially a mixture of coffee and lemonade. Funnily enough, the name of it actually comes from a town in the northwest of Algeria called Mazagran, where the drink was originally created by French soldiers in the fortress Mazagran in the 1800s to help cool down from the intense heat. They didn't have any milk or even brandy to mix into their coffee, so they turned to the next best thing: cold water and lemon juice. After it was brought back to France, the drink eventually made its way to Portugal through trade. While the French version is often just a sweetened iced coffee, sometimes served with lemon, the Portuguese version of this drink almost always includes sweetened lemon juice, and occasionally it is even taken with rum, though this is not as common. And while nowadays it has mostly faded from popularity in France in favor of other styles of coffee, especially since the climate there is much cooler, this drink has become a staple in pastry shops in Portugal, especially during the hot summer times. It has even been called a national treasure of Portugal and has been served there for over a century. To make it, it is really simple. First, brew a strong black coffee using your method of choice. For some people, this is espresso, but today I'm using the pour-over technique. Once the coffee has cooled a bit in the fridge, we will go ahead and get our glass ready. This drink is traditionally served in a tall glass filled with ice cubes, so that is exactly what we will use, and I am adding in lemon slices to make it pretty. Let's add the coffee in first, then the lemon juice we made earlier, and that's it. This is the Portuguese Mazagran. So right off the bat, the idea of coffee and the idea of lemonade are both very different things in my mind, so I am interested to see how this plays out together. Okay. It definitely is a lot of lemon. I think I need to stir this a little bit. It's like lemonade with a hint of coffee. It is actually really refreshing. I do feel very awake, and this is decaf coffee, so it's not the caffeine. And as someone who doesn't really love lemonade, I am surprised at how much I like this combination. Would I make it again? I'm not 100% sure if I would, but maybe ask me again in the middle of the summertime and I might give you a different answer. Now, this is the ultimate summer drink. It is sweet and creamy, and it even has pieces of fruit in it. This is Hwachae, which is essentially a Korean fruit punch. It is very simple to make, containing only 4 ingredients: cut up fruit, strawberry milk, condensed milk, and sparkling lemon lime soda. The name is actually a combination of 2 words, hwa meaning flower and chae meaning edible plant, and originally edible flowers were used to make it. Traditionally, the base is water sweetened with syrup made from a berry called omija, which is famously known as the 5-flavor berry because when you eat one, it is said to be sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and pungent all at once. Nowadays, modern versions often swap out this berry for a combination of strawberry milk, sweetened condensed milk, and a sparkling lemon lime soda like Chilsung cider or Sprite. And this drink is fit for royalty because it actually evolved from the royal courts of the Joseon dynasty in the 1300s, where it was originally considered a delicacy featuring flowers, fruits, and honey. As fruit became more common and easier to source, this drink eventually became more popular among the rest of the country, and now it oscillates somewhere between a drink and a dessert, or even a version of fruit cereal. It typically includes fruits like strawberries, bananas, blueberries, and even watermelon. Today, I am using frozen mixed berries, which will help keep the drink cold, as well as sliced banana. And pro tip, if you do not have strawberry milk, but you do have strawberry jam, all you have to do is blend the strawberry jam and milk, which I did earlier. Just add the strawberry milk and condensed milk to a glass, top with the Sprite, and then add your fruit on top and enjoy. This is Korean Hwachae. I am so excited for this one. I mean, first of all, I love strawberry milk. I haven't had it in probably years, but I need to. I mean, it's so good. It is really sweet. Like, it is sugar heavy, but the fizziness from the Sprite kind of takes away from the sweetness a little bit, so it doesn't feel like that. These fruits, let me see if I can get one. Okay, I bet that these are gonna be good now that they've been soaking in the strawberry milk and the Sprite. Kind of mostly just tastes like a banana, not gonna lie. I'm honestly kind of obsessed with this. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and maybe even leave a comment if you want. All right, bye.